Dear friends, I welcome you to Biafra Universal TV this moment with vital information. I want to let you know that there is fire on the mountain. You may think that it is well with any part of Nigeria, and you may think that it is well that some parts of Nigeria are together. Here is the real cap of the major story. Northern elders and leaders had a meeting after the Friday prayers, and that is Juma prayers, after the mosque, to discuss about themselves, because it has taken over 4 decades in power in Nigeria. They have been the one producing presidents, vice presidents, generals, IGP, but there is nothing to show for it. So, on the other hand, when you look at the positions of these people I mentioned, you can now discover that they are the people who are occupying the most precious and monetary aspect in Nigeria. Anything that has to do with money goes to their pocket, northern part of Nigeria. And I want to tell you something very serious now, that Nigeria, if you wouldn't mind, call it a northern part of Nigeria. They are the Nigerians. Have discovered that Biafra nation have been redeclared and restored. That from now henceforth, they are going to be conditions, and many things will begin to happen that will not be to their own favor, such as many transactions, many businesses from Biafra land to northern part of Nigeria, Arewa nation, will be relegated, and at the same time freezed, because now everybody is fighting for himself and for his home. They have critically looked into the achievement of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa in previous years, and I have come to a conclusion that Biafra is no longer part of Nigeria. That anything you are doing in Nigeria, and including Biafrans or Igbo man, that is a waste of time, because no Igbo man believes in Nigeria anymore. No Biafran that believes in Nigeria anymore. It's like their charms or their occultic covenant have been broken. So what are they discussing? And what did they discuss in their last Friday meeting after mosque? They assembled to discuss on how they can now arrange their own country, Arewa nation. Arewa nation. So, in this their discussions, what brought about it is what? They felt to have been marginalized by West Tinubu. They said Tinubu is running the Yoruba government. Tinubu is running a family and friends government. Tinubu is running brothers and sisters and uncles and cousins government. And for this reason, they are being marginalized and tribalized, at the same time pushed in one corner. Meanwhile, they are the ones by force, by fire, that made Tinubu the president of Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. And now Tinubu have overlooked them. Tinubu don't want to take their advice. Tinubu is not with them. But Tinubu is only so conscious of Yorubas, which from Osun State, where Tinubu claimed to be coming from, or claimed to come from, and the Lagos State he believed that belonged to him. Nobody casted his or her vote for Tinubu from these two states. It is only in the north that Tinubu were able to realize his dream to become a president of Nigeria. And in return, Tinubu have decided to pay them with the coins, which they are not happy over it. And because they are not happy over it, they decided, how can Nigeria be divided? That the best option is for Nigeria to be divided. That instead, Tinubu will be voted in as a president of Nigeria by 2027. It's better for Nigeria to be divided and let Arewa people go their way, as Biafrans have gone. You may not know that what has happened now recently in Biafra redeclaration have gained ground. Maka na ihe na-eme na mba na ha na-ama. Ha na-eme na mba amaghị ya. Biafrans and Igbos refuse to understand how qualitative and how superior they are in the world and in Nigeria. They stoop so low to people they are supposed to control. And this gives the detractors and the faceless enemies upper hand over every Biafran and every Igbo man to be subjugated and oppressed. But now I think northern region in Nigeria are trying to wake up, in the sense that they occupied Aso Rock for 40 years and they didn't achieve anything They have no food to eat. They have no clothes to wear. And they have complained to the international community that northern part of Nigeria is the poorest part in Nigeria. All right? So, I want Biafrans to see how valued they are. Biafrans are not destitute. Are you getting what I'm saying? And they are not servitude. Biafrans are major in all ramifications of life, in whatever you want to say. So 40 years in power from North, and they have no food to eat. What a disaster. Automatically, what killed Nigeria, or what have made Nigeria a failed country, is northern leaders, northern mentality, religious mentality, and Sokoto Caliphate. Because it is very odd and unbelievable that 40 years in power, the northern region of Nigeria are still hungry, protesting in the street and demonstrating how hungry they are, so that the whole world will sympathize with them. So, all the money their leaders packed, where did they keep it? And before I wrap up, I want to inform you that in their meeting last Friday after mosque, they included Benue State, and that is a middle belt, to be part of northern region. But Benue State leaders and elders rejected it. They refused to join them. They said they will never be part of Nigeria or Arewa, that they are on their own. My brothers and my sisters, I want you to look into this matter properly and stop joking with the Biafra nation, which God has finally given to you. Put every effort and strength you have to push forward for the establishment of Biafra Republic at home and exile. Make Biafra proud. Biafra is a famous country, and Biafrans are very famous. They are good people. So you can see from the point of look that Hausas are tired. What is pushing forward from behind of Hausa people are Fulanis, because Fulanis knows that they are not Hausas, and the peradventure they make the attempt for Arewa nation to come. Fulanis have to look for themselves where they are coming from, because I know Hausa people are not going to tolerate the killings. Why they are tolerating it now is because they believe that they are a majority in Nigeria, and whatever they say stands, and nobody can stop them from what they have decided to do.